Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back. And I wanted to come and just run my mouth for a quick second, and then I gotta get out of this door. All right, so listen, let's go ahead and talk about Travis Scott. I don't know a lot about Travis Scott. I don't keep up with Travis Scott like that. I just know that he got a baby with Kylie. It's a dog barking, and I was trying to wait for it to stop, but it doesn't sound like it's gonna stop anytime soon. And I wanted to go ahead and get this video out for you guys. Okay, so Travis has a baby with Kylie Jenner, and she's pregnant with her second child with him. Girl, whatever. All right, so I knew I don't talk about Travis a lot. You know, I'm sure I probably talked about him a couple of times on my channel. But I don't keep up with him like that at all. But I knew that he was in Houston because I saw a picture had been floating around on like the blogs and stuff. And I remember tagging my sisters and, you know, basically making a joke like, oh, you know, because he was, as I guess his grandparents are someone's home. And I was like, oh, baby, you know, Travis got Stormy in the hood. You know, Kylie probably got all types of bodyguards and security sitting in bushes and trees, right? And I was pretty much done with it. I didn't realize he was also down here, I guess to visit family and friends, but he was also down here for work. He has this Astroworld festival that he does. I think this is his third annual Astroworld festival. And it's pretty much like a concert, right? So, girl, this is a mess. I Googled earlier before I got on here, and it says that it's still confirmed that 8 people died. That 8 people died in a crowd surge at the Astroworld Festival. They said it was about 50,000 people in attendance. This is the third annual Astroworld Fest. It was at NRG Park. A mass chaos erupted, which left at least 8 people dead. And again, like I said, I Googled before I got on here. I thought it will. I'm happy that it's not. I was assuming that it may be even more victims, but it still said there was 8. So on the other side of it, at least no one else has been confirmed dead, right? And that's pretty much what it was. Now you started hearing all these stories about what happened, how it got to that point. And then this black guy, I don't think he was very old. He came out with a video talking about what happened at the festival. And then there started being stories about someone going through the crowd, injecting someone with drugs. And that's how the eruption came about. Because you have these people who are now injected with some type of drug who probably are spazzing out, right? People were like, that's not the truth, that's not the truth, you know. And then it come to find out that the police department came out and confirmed that I think one of the security guys did say that he felt a prick in his neck. And when they took him to the hospital, the doctors confirmed that basically somebody stuck something in his neck. Girl, can you imagine being at a concert? And girl, this sounds like a movie to me. At a concert, someone is allegedly going around injecting people with drugs. And you're probably so high on excitement and other stuff too. Okay, come on for the girls in the recreational, you know, drugs. But girl, you probably high than a kite already just off excitement because you about to see one of your favorite artists. Or, you know, you probably done took a couple of shots, you know, or then did a couple of lines, you know what I'm saying? You just, and girl, you probably don't even feel nothing, girl. Like, girl, what was that? Girl, that was a bee. Girl, something bit me, girl. Nah, baby, girl, somebody just stuck you with a needle and put some drugs in your system, sister. It's a mess. This is according to KHOU 11, HFD Chief Sam Pena. At around 9 or 9:15, the crowd began to compress toward the front of the stage, and that caused panic, and people were getting injured. HFD transported 17 people to hospitals. 11 of those transported were in cardiac arrest. If you have a relative who was at the event, you've not spoken to them, you can go to the Reunification Center at 8686 Kirby. That's at Wyndham Houston Hotel. HPD and HFD will be there to assist. Saturday's Houston Astroworld Festival has been canceled. So I guess it was supposed to be like, what, a 2-day event, I guess? Somebody named Valerie Numeruno Udo, he tweeted out, I was working security at Astroworld Fest and I was pulling people being squished out of the pits. People died today. The issue isn't with the event planners, though. It's the fact that gigantic crowds of people were pushing past barricades. There wasn't supposed to be that many people. Did y'all see? It was a clip floating around these two white girls, or this white boy and white girl, a Hispanic boy, I don't know, basically telling one of the cameramans that somebody is dead, stop the show. And he pretty much was like, girl, get your asses from down here, I gotta work. Girl. You know, some people were blaming Travis. I'll say this much. You know, I'm not I don't do concerts like that. The last concert I went to, I think it was Jasmine Sullivan. And we know that she's not bringing in like no 50,000 plus crowd. It was like at the House of Blues. You know what I'm saying? Real cute. You know, it was me, my sister, and some gay guys who he knew. That was the last time I went to a concert. I'm really not big on concerts. I never have been. Not because I think about things like this. I just don't like it'd be too much going on. And then when you think about these people who bring out these large crowds like the Beyoncés and all, girl, I'm not going to that, girl. It's gonna be 5 million people there. Hello? But you know, I will say this much. Some people were blaming Travis, and I don't know how much he did know or did not know. But I will say this. I think that it would be hard for anyone who was probably on a stage in the middle of a concert, probably adrenaline rushing and all types of stuff going on and lights in your face and cameras and all types of stuff. And I saw people yelling at him like, stop the concert. But do you really think he really heard them say that from the stage? So I will give him a little bit of grace as far as like him probably not knowing certain stuff at a certain time. Not to say that probably 10 minutes in, you know, I don't know, but I can't say, I would believe that if he said somewhere throughout that night, when I was on stage and I heard some people screaming, hell, I thought they were just screaming because they was happy to see me. I didn't know what they was saying. I was up there just trying to perform. I could see that being the reality of Travis Scott in some moment in that night. Now, like I said, depending on how far you go into it, you was on stage. I don't know how long he was on stage. I don't know if he was on stage for only 7 minutes, 6 minutes, 3 minutes, an hour. So I guess someone could ask the question, well, Travis, you were on stage for, let's just make up a number, okay? Again, I don't know this to be factual. This is just something I'm saying, okay? I don't need no problems. Travis, you were on stage for 37 minutes, and the crowd started yelling 10 minutes until you got on the stage. So you was on the stage for 27 minutes. You didn't hear these people acting a fool and cutting up? So I guess depending on the timeline and how long he was on stage, that would determine a lot. He came out with an explanation, an apology. Some people said the girl, they not buying it. And again, this is that. Y'all know for me to be taking up for any one of these trifling ass niggas, it's a lot. Travis Scott doesn't give me very good social skills. Whenever we see Travis, he hiding his face. He don't want nobody to see him. Girl, I finally saw his face. I said, I see why. Travis is ugly than a motherfucker. I said, I see why he hiding his face. But he doesn't, I don't think I've ever heard Travis speak. Like, I don't think I've ever seen anybody post anything about Travis talking. Like, this is my first time ever hearing him talk. So I know some people were like, oh, the apology or the statement that he released, it wasn't sincere. It seemed like he was just doing it. But it's like you have to kind of look at who's saying it too. Travis Scott does not give me, public speaker tease. He doesn't give me, he knows how to address a situation, even if he is coached through it. Anyways, the victims have been identified. I do want to say the victim's name. It's really sad because it was like 8 of them, ranging from the age of 14. One of the little boys, his name was John Hilgert. He was only 14. You had Brianna Rodriguez. She was only 16. You had Franco Pentino. He was only 21. You have Rudy Pena. He was only 23. You have Axel Acosta. It was his father. He was only 21. You have Jacob Jernick. He was only 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I only got 6. It's 8, but I only see 6 names. So for those who I didn't shout out or, charge it to my head and not to my heart, I only have 6 names right here. But yeah, and so Kylie Jenner comes out with a statement. Now this is why I got confused. Bitch, why are you saying anything? Then I thought about it. This is probably why she said something. Because People magazine came out and I guess they wanted to chime in and give their opinion like everybody else. And this is what their headline read. Pregnant Kylie Jenner uninjured after Travis Scott Astroworld incident leaves 8 dead, says source. Pregnant Kylie Jenner uninjured after Travis Scott Astroworld incident leaves 8 dead. Y'all don't think that's a little insensitive? Pregnant Kylie Jenner uninjured after Travis Scott, fuck the bitch. I'm sorry. Forget the people who just died. We worried about the rich white woman who was uninjured. Girl, first of all, I don't even think anybody even has brought up Kylie Jenner's name. So she comes out with a statement. Or at least Chris came out with a statement. Travis and I are broken and devastated. My thoughts and prayers are with all who lost their lives, were injured, or affected in any way by yesterday's events. And also for Travis, who I know cares deeply for his fans in the Houston community, I want to make it clear we weren't aware of any fatalities until the news came out after the show, and in no world would have continued filming or performing. I'm sending my deepest condolences to all the families during this difficult time, and will be praying for the healing of everyone who has been impacted. Kylie, bitch, did nobody even ask? I don't know, girl. Even with the headline from People, I still don't understand. I want to make it clear we weren't aware of. Well, bitch, we never assumed your ass was aware of. Ho, we thought you was in Calabasas somewhere with your feet up in the air, waiting for this baby to pop out. I don't know, girl. Maybe I'm overreacting. I don't know. I just thought it was weird that she had to come out and say something. Bitch, well, nobody even saying nothing about you. But I guess she received some backlash from what People said in the headline that they wrote. It's so crazy because as I was Googling stuff, I was trying to, get my notes and stuff together. Girl, I saw something. I put Travis Scott in and an article popped up. Now, I don't know what the fuck be going on at Travis Scott concerts, but I will say this much, okay? Something happened at a Travis Scott concert last year, I believe, and it left someone paralyzed. Someone fell 3 stories in the air to the ground, and I guess Travis was kind of like the hype man behind the boy jumping or falling. Girl, I'm gonna put the link to the article in the description box. I think I saved it in my favorites. I think I did. So y'all can read it. So all I'm saying is, it be some shit going on at them Travis Scott concerts. Travis Scott and Live Nation. Here we go. The lawsuits begin. Travis Scott and Live Nation hit with a lawsuit from a fan who claims he was allegedly injured during Astroworld, wants at least $1 million. This is according to Neighborhood Talk. Travis Scott and Live Nation have been hit with a lawsuit from someone claiming they were allegedly injured during Astroworld. According to TMZ, a man named Manuel Souza has already retained a lawyer and filed legal docs Saturday in Harris County District Court, claiming he was hurt during the madness that unfolded and alleging both negligence and gross negligence on behalf of Trav. Y'all homeboy, Neighborhood Talk, y'all friends of Travis Scott? Okay. On behalf of Trav, Ellen, and other, I guess that's how they must solicit it on the document, I guess. I don't know. And others as he lists as defendants. Via Billboard, the lawsuit claims that the disaster was direct result of a motivation for profit at the expense of the concert goers' health and safety and the encouragement of violence. Girl. Defendants failed to properly plan and conduct the concert in a safe manner, Souza attorney wrote. Steve Kirker of the firm Kirker Garcia LLP. Instead, they consciously ignored the extreme risk of harm to the concert goers and in some cases actively encouraged and fomented dangerous behaviors. The lawsuit pretty much details everything from workers ignoring warning from the beginning of the day when concert goers breached a security gate around the park, stampeded into the premises, and trampled over one another. Girl. It touches on how organizers made the conscious decision to let the show go on after the ambulance showed up. Ooh, here we go. We get into the middle of it. We get into it, y'all. Despite the extreme risk of harm to concert goers that was escalating by the moment. Eventually, due to defendants' active decision to let the show go on, the scene devolved into complete melee, resulting in the needless, ultimately death of at least 8 people. Girl, I took a picture of it, but it's real blurry, so I can barely see it. Girl, this is an old iPad, girl. Anyways, and injuries to scores of others. It's not quite clear what the man is claiming he suffered injury-wise. Girl, did he suffer? Girl, that's a good thing because I didn't even notice they say he suffered something. But notes the 8 deaths and several others who were hurt. He wants at least $1 million in damages. Baby, he said he was distressed because it don't sound like that motherfucker was hurt from what I just read. He sounded he wants some money. That's the first lawsuit of many, okay? Because if y'all think these people who done lost babies and loved ones from 14 up to what I read 27, I think the ages were. If you think these people ain't about to come after Travis Scott and Live Nation and baby girl, maybe even Kendall Jenner, baby, go up to Kendall. She the billionaire. That's her man. She's sticking by him. The bitch sending out goddamn. She put herself in the middle, right? When she said we. So go after that bitch. She got it because she the one with the money. Okay, right? Since you want to be so involved, Miss Jenner. Since you want to be so involved, bitch, I'm coming for your motherfucking pocketbook first, because that's where the money reside. Where the money reside. It's a few billionaires in your motherfucking family, from what I understand. Okay. Anyway, shout out to the victims. You know, Travis. You know, like I said, I don't know how much you know what was going on in your brain when you was on that concert stage. I ain't never performed on a stage. But I can only imagine that there's probably so much it's probably so much adrenaline going through your body that you probably don't really know. And I will say that I doubt that he probably heard those people screaming from a stage. You know what I'm saying? But at some point, I want to know when did he realize that, baby, the shit is going down, right? Anyways, that's it, girl. I did not think that this video was gonna be that long. I actually wanted to talk about the guy from Pretty Ricky. I'll talk about him when I get home, y'all. Bye, y'all.